Hey fourth graders, Mrs. Oliver here. I'm going to do comprehension with you today with your story in your floppy book. We are on Unit 5, Week 3. It is called Stephanie Kwolek, Inventor, and you can find that on pages 294 through 297. Our genre this week is biography, which means that it is a story about a real person's life. Most often it is told in chronological order, meaning from the beginning to the end of their life, or where important events were occurring. So in our story, we start with Stephanie's childhood when she was a student in school. And then we go to the end of Stephanie's invention of Kevlar. So it's not from the day she was born and the day she dies. It's kind of just like the most important events in between. Within our biography, we do have headings. We have photographs with captions. And then we also have a timeline, which we see a lot when we're talking about biographies. Biographies is about someone else's life. If Stephanie was writing it about herself, then it would be an autobiography. Auto means self. Our comprehension strategy is to summarize. Summarize is a really great strategy anytime you're reading anything to make sure that you kind of stop, pause, and you're understanding small sections of the text. So under this heading, a strange liquid would be a good spot to stop and summarize these two paragraphs. So if I do a quick skimming, I'm looking for important people, dates, and events. 1964, Stephanie's lab supervisor asked her to make a stiff fiber. The United States was facing a gas shortage. Scientists needed help. They needed fiber that was not as heavy as steel. She was experimenting by mixing polymers. She made something unusual. She convinced her coworker to put it in the spinning machine. He thought it was silly. She asked him again. He agreed. And she was correct. The fiber that she made ended up being something which was a very strong, unusual fiber that hadn't been made before. If I was going to summarize this, I might say that Kwolek was asked to make a strong fiber, and through experimenting with polymers, she discovered something new. Our comprehension skill is cause and effect. So, this should say problem and solution. Our comprehension skill is problem and solution. And often when I'm using a graphic organizer for problem and solution, I say to myself, then what? It's kind of leading me through the event. So the problem is Stephanie can't afford to go to medical school. Stephanie can't afford to go to medical school, so then what? She ends up working in a textile lab to save money. A coworker didn't want to spin the solution into a fiber, so then what? Stephanie convinced him to try it. So she didn't give up on it, she kept asking. It took almost a decade of teamwork to develop Kevlar, so then what? The invention was copyrighted and used in many different ways. So even though it took a while, they were able to copyright what they invented because it was a strong enough invention, and then they ended up using it in ways that they didn't even expect. It said that they used it to stay safe, Politicians wear it, the president wears it, firefighters wear it, police officers. They use it on bicycles, spacecrafts, even skis, because it's so strong and light at the same time. I hope this helped you understand your story for the week, and I'll see you next time.